everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a really good Monday. This video is not about the NYX palette, the NYX palette that I was going to originally be doing, so I do apologise for that. If you don't want to watch this video because of that, that is absolutely fine. This video today is actually about a game. I have waited since last year to get this game. It's always been a staple within my console gaming range. So yes, that is really what today's going to be about. This is kind of like a Magic or Misery video if you do want to stay tuned for it, and if you like games, that's fine. But yeah, let's just get straight into it.
Sometimes I try to do things and they just don't turn out the way I want it to, and I get real frustrated. And it's like I take my time and I try real hard, but no matter what I do and no matter what I try, it never works out. It's like I concentrate on it real hard.
Okay, so on Thursday last week, I think it was, this game dropped. I've been waiting since last year to get it. I have had this since the second one came out. There has now been a total of 9. If you are wondering what that is, it is in fact Dynasty Warriors. Now, I have had Dynasty Warriors since the second one. I've had also all the Extreme Legends. The last one was Dynasty Warriors 8 on the PlayStation 3, and I'm not even kidding you. I actually killed the PlayStation 3 playing it. I am so sorry that that happened, Simon. I'm so sorry. I was literally playing it mid-game, the whole thing froze up, everything literally just locked, crashed, and it just burnt it out. I played it that much. I loved it. It's going to be a bit of an all-over video for me because I've got lots of things I want to say, so there's no actual structure to this at all, or order. If I swear in this video, I'm so sorry. I do not ever swear in my videos, at least I try not to. So I'm going to throw out there that there may be the odd swear word, because if I get heated about this, because I'm pretty passionate about this game, I apologise now, so just be aware there may be swear words. I'll try and bleep them out. If I don't and I miss a few, I'm so sorry. So yeah. Bought this with my own money for 50 quid. I did trade in 3 other games as well to get this because I wasn't going to play them. We all remember No Man's Sky now, don't we? Well, that I traded in for 3 quid. Would you believe it? I certainly can. So yeah, I got rid of 3 of my games to get this one on a bit more of a discount. So this retails at 50 quid. I am currently shocked at the price because of what it actually gave me. Now, when you first have a Dynasty Warriors game in and you load it up, you are met with this fantastic trailer with this real like guitar kind of music. It's kind of a bit cheesy, but I loved it. It was really, really fun, really, really cool, really bright colours, absolutely beautiful. You get the trailer with this one, which I have to say was a little bit odd because it sort of shows you in the trailer there is this male character and it's almost like putting the male character's armour on. So I was a bit like, oh my god, character creation, right? You'll get character creation just like in 8. In 8 I made my own character. I absolutely love making my own character. In any game, if I can make my own character, I love it because I just feel then it's like a bit more relatable. You connect to it a bit more. It's just like a bit more interesting for you because you almost like you invest in that character, you're with them for the journey, you know, you kind of care about them, and it's just a bit more enjoyable. So when I saw the trailer at the beginning, I was like, oh my god, character creation, yes, so excited. I can maybe pick a story, I can maybe be like Lu Bu's story, or I can be like, is it Genji's story, you know, I can pick one of their stories and put my character to it. Really excited about that, can't wait to get into it. And when it finished, I was brought up with the main menu screen, which actually had like, from memory, I think it was like 5 options, and it was just this bland bluey-grey background with the choices. And I literally sat there, and even my husband went, oh. And I sat there and I went, oh. And I literally just went up and down, like, is that really it? Is it going to like tally through more choices? Is this it? So I literally sat there and went, oh. So maybe I have to do the storyline to unlock the actual main menu? I'm not even kidding. I was like that naive, thinking that maybe I have to just do some of the game to unlock the real menu. I know, right? So I went to options, I did a little bit of the options for a bit, and then I went into story mode where I was met with the choice of only 3 characters, just 3, all guys, bit bummed at that. I can't remember which one I went with now. But yeah, I picked one and I thought, right, it's fine. I'll just go through the tutorial. I do get a bit bored with tutorials, but I went through the tutorial and no sooner did it start and I was moving around, I found that the movement was pretty good. Like, it was very quick. It was really, really fast, quite smooth. I was a bit like, whoa, then I'm gonna have to like really like figure out like what I'm doing here, because the movement and the speed of, and the direction change was actually really snappy. So I was like, wow, okay, that's kind of nice. So I figured it's gonna be really fast paced and really smooth, really cool. Then the tutorial blokey dropped in, which I had to literally just batter the hell out of with all these different combos. And that's when it kind of got a bit sticky. Now, I've been reading the frames per second have dropped when like a big character name drops in, you have to like battle. So I have read that. So when I read that afterwards, I was like, okay, maybe that's what it was. That's fine. I can get past that. I'll be honest, I can get past FPS drops. I come from PC gaming. I've done Guild Wars, I've done WoW, I've done Lord of the Rings Online, I've done Aeon, done The Sims. But yeah, anyway, I come from like that kind of thing as well as console. So FPS is, to me, not a big deal. I'll get over it. If, though, that happens and I feel like maybe the characters don't look as good, and then I feel like maybe the world's not looking as good, then I start to get a little bit like, So I was in like this, I'm going to call it like a temple, maybe it was like a dojo, I don't know, battling away, and I figured, okay, it's kind of nice. It's very bland looking, but maybe the outside world's going to be beautiful and amazing. Went to this village place, which is like where my story started, and I don't know, I just felt like it was so disconnected. I felt really disconnected from it. So your character on screen is like this squishy little, I'm gonna say it's not chibi, but I'd call it chibi. But seriously, it's like the angle isn't right. Something like, I don't know. In the other games, they're like these elegant figures. These characters are so elegant and they look strong and they look fantastic and the detail on them was beautiful. And I'm just looking at this sort of, it's kind of like, it kind of resembled to me Last Guardian. So you know the little boy in The Last Guardian, it's a bit cartoony, sort of like a bit sketched, you know. It reminded me of that kind of look. And in Last Guardian, that's fine. I love the fact that he looks like that. I was expecting that. It's the first game like that. That's fine. The vegetation around it, the scenery, the other character thingy, beautiful design, absolutely gorgeous. You know, having the little boy like that's kind of sweet. That was nice. But to have a game that you've had like now 9 of these, and this is the 9th one, I was a bit like, I'm not really digging this. The camera angles were always like a little bit, I think like you're sort of like looking down on them a little bit as well. So, but yeah, they just looked a bit short and I couldn't really like get into that. So I was thinking, okay, maybe the surrounding area will pull it back for me. And it just didn't. It was like I was playing Dynasty 2 again. It was like I was playing number 2 again for me. And yeah, it just felt sticky. Like it wasn't really flowing very well. And it just was so sad because I wanted it to be like, after 8 for me was, I loved 8. 8 was fantastic. It had so much there. It had the war room. You could sort of do your trading and that sort of thing. All in the room. I just loved it. You could see all your characters around the table. I just loved stuff like that. I thought it was really cool. And then when I had this, and you have to like run around the village and talk to different people and that, like in 8, that was okay. But then I found things like crafting, and I was like, oh, really? A game like this has crafting in it? And it just threw me right back, because I don't buy PlayStation games that require you to have to do crafting in them. When I think of crafting, I think of more online PC games where you can sit back in a great big chair and you're just there for hours crafting and making stuff and selling it, and there's a community and that sort of thing. For a one-player game that has crafting in it, for me personally, I was a bit stumped because I was like, Dynasty Warriors has never required crafting before. You would actually have to go, it was like timed events, I don't know if you remember that, but on some of the earlier ones there was literally timed events in battles. You'd have to try and get to a certain area when something happened to get a wooden box, to get like the next weapon upgrade, you know, stuff like that. And that was kind of fun because it would literally be fluke, or you would do what I do and print off all the pages of how to get all the weapons, so you actually had like 30 pages of how to get them. But it was fun, like, it's, yeah, so now it's got crafting in it. I was a bit like, oh, really? And then I read somewhere else that you can buy a house and you can furnish the house, and I was like, okay, right, so you're basically going to be living in this game, and you can even have like generals or others come around, like you send them an invite. You have to get a writing desk and send them an invite for them to come around to sit on a nice chair that you've purchased, so you can have tea and you can have a formal chat about your next mission to make it stronger for you to then battle together. And it's just a bit much, you know. I went through so many controllers on my PlayStations. I probably went through about 5 controllers just by hitting that square, just like hitting away at the square. Totally mutilate the controllers over these games because they're a hack and slash. You've got hordes of enemies coming at you. It's really fun. But now they sort of like brought it back a bit more into like this sort of, you have to craft stuff and make things. I don't really want to be fussing about with that kind of stuff. I just want to get into the game, get a story with my character, take over China, you know, take that land back, you know. That's what, for me, it was all about. Now they've made it a bit fiddly. I'm like, oh, okay. Also, in this day and age, you've got other games. I mean, I haven't bought many games for my PlayStation myself. It's either been stuff that Simon's bought and I now play, or it's been bought for him and I now play. So we all know about Overwatch and how much I'm into that. But the games I've bought for myself, just to let you know sort of like where I'm coming from as well. Final Fantasy, had the first one when it first came out, fell in love with this game. This one is remastered, looks fantastic. They haven't changed a thing, it's just been remastered, looks beautiful, plays the same, complete nostalgia, love it. Ratchet and Clank, as soon as I knew that this was coming out, I had to have it. Again, I had the first one. They've completely, again, remastered it. They've changed quite a bit of it, but they've still got the planet name, so there's still the nostalgia there. They did this one so well from the old one. Absolutely fantastic, really well done, absolutely loved it. No hard feelings there. Games that I also play that I love, that I feel Dynasty Warriors could have maybe headed towards graphic-wise or something. Assassin's Creed, completely open world, beautiful design, great colours, really gets you involved. I've played, like, I mean, my favourite one out of Assassin's Creed was, I think it's the third one with Ezio in it. Oh my god, that was awesome. Who didn't love that one? So yeah, this is beautiful, absolutely fantastic. They have come such a long way again from when they started. The graphics, the storyline's fantastic. My current favourite one, Ghost Recon. I'm on tier 38 at the moment, I think. It is getting real hard. I'm absolutely loving it again. Open world, beautifully designed, great graphics. These have been going a while too. And then you have this, which has been going for ages. And they just haven't really caught up with these other games. You do an open world game and you just want, like, I don't know, you could just have so much potential for a game like this. And I just felt they were gonna almost do all their other games, but bolt on everything they've done in this with the open world side of it, but just give it so much more lushness, you know, really detail it, get into it. And with the tech that people have these days, like the OLED TVs, the great big 85 Samsung LEDs, you know, all that kind of stuff, you put a game on like this and you're like, oh wow, that is just gorgeous. You love your TV more when you play these because you think, oh, like, this is fantastic. It looks great. I want to play it all the time. It's beautiful. When you get something like this though, and you put it on, you think, oh my god, is that really it? Like, I just think, like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can see where I'm going with this. I don't know. I hope you can anyway. I don't hate this game. It's not what I'm saying. I don't hate this game. I'm just, I don't know. I think maybe from all the original ones, and I love them so much, to then have this in this time in 2018, I just felt it could have been so much better. I love the idea that they've got the new combo system. The combo system is good. I love that. That is fantastic. I love it. So there is a positive. The living world is a brilliant idea, but I just don't think they really pulled it off so well with the open living world thing. Just, ugh, you know, but I can only hope that they do DLC. If they do bring out an Extreme Legends, I'm not going to be buying it because this cost me $50, obviously with some discounts because I traded in games, but still that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. Kids don't just get given that sort of cash these days, or most kids don't. I certainly didn't when I was younger. When I bought these games, you were looking at a maximum maybe 25 quid perhaps, you know? So to add on after that, I think I just wouldn't get it. If it was a DLC content, or downloadable content DLC, perfect, give it to me. I will download it, I want it, let me have it. But if I have to pay for like another bolt-on game, I'm going to be so upset because it's just like another 20-30 quid I'm then throwing at you guys, and hopefully I'll get what I want, and that's just, that sucks, you know. The only downloadable content I've ever bought, or like, sorry, the season pass I've ever bought is actually this. I've bought the season pass for this, Narco Road, and the other one, which I forget. Brilliant. Love it. Fantastic. I also have been purchasing, as I'm sure you're aware if you go back to my videos, I purchased loot boxes for Overwatch, which I don't play so much anymore because that's gone a bit elitist and I'm just not into that sort of thing. So, but yeah, I used to purchase like Overwatch boxes all the time. Loved it. Really got into it. But I don't really buy extras for games if I think it's going to be unnecessary. So DLCs on this Dynasty Warriors 9 would be fantastic. Really hope that they think about character creation in the long run. Some people don't care about that at all, and that is fine. But there are a few people that were like, are we going to get that? And I've seen online and you don't. And I think that's just going to be a real bummer for a lot of people. So I'm just going to like go through a few things that came up yesterday on Instagram as well. Just so people know I'm just not having a moan, like I said. I like to have like both sides of it. I'm just telling you what has let me down about it, but I'm also telling you that there are a couple of good things in there. If you've never played it, pick it up and give it a go. But if you've played all of the ones like I have, then you will be a bit thrown by it. And also, like I said, 2018, you'd expect something real juicy from it, and you're just not gonna get that. It's like they kind of saw the mark and they just went, oh, and just missed it. So yeah, but I'm just gonna go through a few things that has been discussed last night on Instagram and things like that. So bear with me 1 second. Okay, so these are just things that people have been saying, so just so you know, I'm not the only one. And I also spoke to a really lovely young lady on Instagram. She said some really great things. I'm gonna like just read through that as well because everybody's got a different side to it and I think it's fantastic. So we've got Dynasty Warriors 9, Metameter 20%. This feels like a step back from the beloved franchise. The game is annoyingly buggy, repetitive and bland. For every problem Koei Tecmo sought to address, it created more, making the original series, many still apparent, even worse. Skip it based on 40 scores review, 43 reviews total, more analysis at VSG. Then we also had, this is somebody who I've just started following as well, like got into a bit of a convo with this person last night as well, this is really good. Says, Dynasty Warriors 9 is absolutely one of the worst games I've ever played. Somebody said this is disappointing news. Then he replies, you have no idea, I'm reinstalling 8 when I get home. I actually said, couldn't agree more, I'm literally heartbroken. I was last night, I was so heartbroken. Went over to YouTube to see what YouTube was saying about it as well, just because literally I started playing the game and I thought I'm going to go online and see what people say, just in case like it's just me being like an annoying person, like is it just me? So I went onto YouTube as well and I've got things like no online multiplayer, no co-op, no buy. What is this, 1999? Dynasty Warriors 3 had co-op multiplayer, come on man, that is very true. Just, you know, we want to play with other people now, you know, we want to be a bit sociable. Then we've got this game crushed my hopes. I really like Dynasty Warriors and I was hyped for this game, but it has just crushed me instead. I was hyped when I got it, disappointed when I played it. Wasn't going to buy the game, but man, it must suck so bad. Here we go. Then it gets into the stuff that I was going on about with this lovely girl on Instagram. I did ask her permission if I can read this out and she said yes. I will not be disclosing her name though. So I posted on Instagram, Dynasty 9, after 31 years of gaming and this is what you bring me, I'm literally heartbroken. She then said to me, I think it's a fantastic game. It has technical and graphical flaws, but as a game it's pretty good. People debate voice acting, which if you listen to some of that as well online, there is a big difference. It's pretty bad, but it was never good in this series. Ever played W3? Yes, I have. And for gamers who complain about the open world, simply don't venture into the open. Use the menu and locate missions, travel to them, play with favourite characters first. Just think of 8, but with travelling. It's flawed, but very good. As for the weapons, this is Koei Tecmo. They will release weapons as DLC or with Extreme Legends. I think some fans are just not used to change. Change is good sometimes, it takes getting used to. A lot of fans who hate this game haven't played many open worlds. As you will already know, I've played a lot of open world. I didn't go into that with her because, like, well, I'll read you what I said as well. So she goes, I play many. It's not the best open world, but not the worst either. I think this game is good, and if it wasn't choppy, it would be great. I thought that was an absolutely lovely response to just that little bit that I said. She was just so balanced, saw both sides of it. Really, really lovely. I then said, my English in this is so bad, I hate typing, like I just hate it. Like when you're like trying to type it like real quick, yeah, anyway. So I said, I really appreciate all your comments, it's really refreshing to have someone converse like an adult. I also respect your opinion and it's very nice of you to be so positive with everything you're saying, also seeing things from both sides. I have played these from DW2 and I have played games since I was 4 years young, I am not even kidding. I will do a generation gaming video one day, I will get that done. I love open world. I have a balanced game style of console and PC. I feel it is safe to say though currently with DW in 2018 it could have had so much more to it. It literally killed my PlayStation 3, the last one. I feel could have just built on them so well. Hope that makes sense. Doesn't, because my spelling was really atrocious then. Also, I know they could do DLC, which I would appreciate, but if they make a £50 game, then make Legends later require more money, I won't be impressed. Games aren't as cheap as they used to be. Again, I want to thank you so much for being super positive and a very lovely young lady, and she was. She even said to that, thank you so much. I do agree, it leaves more to be desired, but I find 9 quite enjoyable. I hope they make DLC as opposed to XL, and I said yes, I couldn't agree more. So there has been an awful lot of like ups and downs. I've seen more downs than ups with this game. I am going to continue to play it. I will continue to play it because I think maybe it's that initial shock of this is not what I was expecting. I will give it more of a chance. I'm not just gonna like shelf it and then that'll be it. I will give it more of a chance and sort of just take it from there and see how we go. I am going to do something a little bit odd as well now. I got into sort of talking with somebody on Instagram last night. He does actually do Twitch. I don't know what he's like on Twitch. I think he's got quite a few followers on Twitch. He also has got a YouTube channel where I think he does quite a lot of, he's like, I think he does more like battle royale type stuff, that kind of thing. He seems like a really cool guy. He's also on Instagram and I hope he does not mind me giving his name out. But I think he's a really cool guy. And his name is Onion X Knight. I'm going to leave a link below and his name somewhere around here. Go and just check him out. You might absolutely love him to bits and want to follow him. I have actually followed him on Instagram. I have followed him now on YouTube. And when I get online in a minute, I will be following him on Twitch. So yeah, he's a really cool guy. He actually said to me as well, he said, Scrannett, my first sign that this was about to be a bad ride was actually the menu, which I agreed with him because he said this after I played the game. Dynasty Warrior games always have huge, colourful, over-the-top menu and home screens. This was a field with boring lettering. I literally said, oh no, when I turned it on the first time, stayed on a downhill course from there. And yeah, I do agree with him. So, but yeah, ups and downs. I will play it more. I just really hope they up it by like 100% because God, it could be such a beautiful, good game. I think for me the only thing is this crafting side of it. Like if I do have to go into the crafting bit and craft stuff, to get further with things, that's going to be a bit grindy for me. I don't really want to have to go and trap animals and get them home and have to buy a stove to cook it and invite people around and buy a table to write letters to. No, that is not my thing in this game. And if it channels me down that route where I kind of have to do that, I'm going to be a little bit annoyed. So yeah, but I will continue to play it. I will give it more of a chance with this. And I might update you on it. If not, just follow me on Twitch and follow me on Instagram and you will find out what I think of it a little bit more there. So yeah, links below. Head over to my main YouTube channel and there's all the links there where you can find me and all of my names. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, check out my last video, and I will see you next Monday when I do actually review some makeup for you. So thank you very much for letting me ramble on, and I will see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye.